Do you want to fast track your way to being your very own dream girl? Do you want to be the biggest, baddest, hottest version of yourself? Well, are you following the four agreements? What's that? You're not? You don't even know what the four agreements are? Well, have I got good news for you? Hello, hello, hello. My name is Natalie and I am your school beauty queen. And today I'm going to be talking about the four agreements. I got the idea for this video because I'm currently visiting my family. Okay, let's talk about how amazing and based and cool my parents are. I came home and I found the four agreements on the fridge so that every time you go into the kitchen, which in our family it's quite often, you get a lovely, lovely reminder of how you should live your life. I read this book quite a while ago and I had forgotten about the contents. If you want to be the best version of yourself, I truly do recommend following the four agreements because most self-improvement advice content is basically just the four agreements. So why don't we give you the best advice video of your life and just wrap it all into one, put a cute bow on it and tell you what the four agreements are. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Basically, this means mean what you say. Don't lie, don't gossip. If you promise something, then you gotta really mean it. A dream girl's word is valuable. So make sure that it stays that way by keeping your word. So don't say anything if you aren't actually up for it. How can you expect others to trust you if you go against your own word? You said it, mean it. And also, don't gossip. Now, I know we all love a little chinwag, little gossip, like, oh, we love to gossip. However, this is not being impeccable with your word. How can you spread rumors about other people? Now, I'm talking about like the proper, not like the proper nasty, mean shit. I'm not talking about like asking your friend for advice because someone did something to you and you need help. That's not gossip. That's turning to a friend for advice and stating what someone actually did and said. To me, it's not classed as gossip. Now, the definition of gossip can become kind of hazy. I understand that. Just think to yourself, is this really worth my time to talk about? No? Well, then swallow it and talk about something valuable. Gossip is not for you. If you are a girl focused on yourself, how are you so focused on other people's business and other people's issues? You want to say that you're so busy and whatever, but you always have your nose in other people's business. How are you knowing everything about everyone's lives? Do you have a life? I always think if someone knows so much about other people's business, I'm like, do you have hobbies? Is your hobby this? Because let me tell you, this is not an interesting hobby. And there are so many times in my life where I was, gossiping and loving it. I wish so many times I minded my business. It's never actually worth it. It's literally just a dopamine hit. And then what? You haven't grown. You haven't become better because of it. You just know more about someone else's life rather than making your life worth something to talk about. And trust me, sometimes mean, nasty gossip gets you in trouble. So keep your word. If you say that you're gonna do something, actually do it. Don't be spreading secrets. Don't be spreading other people's business. And dream girls just don't do that. If our friend tells us something in confidence, it's gone. I'm not saying it anywhere else. And when I talk about being impeccable with your word, this also means keeping promises with yourself. I had a lovely talk with my friend the other day, and she was telling me how great she feels. She's been really disciplined and on her A game and she feels amazing. She's been like that for the past month and she hasn't been breaking any promises with herself. So when you say that you're going to do something, like when you say you're going to lose this amount of weight, when you say you're going to start this habit, actually show up, actually do the things you're going to do, because that's actually confidence. Confidence is doing the stuff that you say you're going to do. Keeping those promises with yourselves is what builds confidence. Now, a lot of people say fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. But the real tea, the real drama, the real ish is doing the stuff when you say you're gonna do it, no matter what. Oh, you feel a little sad, do you? You feel a little tired. That's nice. Do you want to be confident? Do you want to get the things that you've always dreamed about? Keep your word. Trust me, this will change everything for you. So, agreement number 2. Don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is actually because of you. People are living their own lives, they're living through their own experiences, and the things that they've experienced collected along the way, I like to call it, we have our little baggage pouch. It causes us to act in ways that sometimes even we don't understand. So listen, my cute little overthinking girls, I understand you. I've been there. It's never worth dissecting why someone behaves the way they do, because it could be a million things. You will never truly know why someone did what they did to you, because we each have our own experiences. Until you've lived in that person's shoes for their whole life, you will never know why they act the way they do. Their lived experience causes them to act the way they act. Instead of wasting time, all you can do is just shrug and just say, c'est la vie. I met this person and they gave me what they needed to give me, and that's it. I understand sometimes we spiral and we're like, why would this person do this to me? Like, I don't understand. And it's like, you are a blessing. I want you to understand that you are a blessing. And if people treat you badly, they've just blocked a beautiful blessing from being in their life. Go find the people that deserve you. Sometimes people treat us cold or treat us wrong because they actually can't handle love. They think they don't deserve it. They push people away. And it's not up to you to dissect that or to think about it or to even worry about it. It's not about me. It's about them. I didn't do anything wrong in this situation. It's okay. Stuff happens. Here's an example of something that I personally don't take personally because also I low-key do it too. When I get left on red, I don't mind, because for me, it's like I do this too. Sometimes the person that you messaged just wasn't in the right headspace. And instead of getting triggered and acting crazy, you could save a lot of heart pain. Just leave it. It's okay. The other day, I sent 2 voice messages to my friend and she left them on scene. And I saw that and I was like, she'll get back to me. It's okay. And old me would have spiraled out of control, because before, when I liked someone and I really, really, really wanted them to like me, like begging basically, please answer my message, please, double texting, like it's coming from a place of lack, and you think that because this person didn't message you back that you're unloved. You're not unloved. That person's just dealing with their own issues, or they need to be alone right now. Let's say I took the fact that my friend left me on red emotionally and I took it to heart and I started shouting at her and getting angry and saying, oh, you don't even like me, and just taking it really personally and taking it out on her. I would have pushed that person away. And the thing is, I was right. She was going through some shit. So when people leave you on scene, the right people that are meant for you will come to you. And if they won't connect with you, there's another person that will connect with you. Just don't take everything so harshly. Choose to say, that person didn't message me back because they're going through their own stuff. It's not about me. It's never about me. It's about them. When you're immune to the opinions of others, you thrive the most. This resonates with me a lot because I have a fear of being seen. And the way that I try to combat that is that I put myself out there. The opinions of others don't completely matter. No, they don't matter. That's just me trying to weave in my little insecurities. The opinions of other people don't matter because we each have our own lens on life. Again, that's that thing coming in again. So people will have their own perceptions of you based on their own lens. That's not actually you. That's not who you are, because they're viewing you with certain prejudices, certain experiences, and the way they think of you, that's not necessarily you. You could have the same exact conversation, the things you talk about, the way you act, the way you speak, enunciate your words, your tone, your everything, with 2 different people. And those 2 people could come away from that conversation and have 2 completely opposing opinions of you. One of the people could hate pretty girls because they got rejected, and they could think that you're an egotistical bitch because of their own experience. That's not who you are. That's what they took away from that conversation. So, do the opinions of others really matter? You just do you and let the positive people come into your life, the ones that resonate with you. You present yourself the way you want to present yourself and stop caring what others think. What's important is what you think of yourself. We are on to the third agreement, and this ties into the last agreement quite a lot. There are quite a lot of overlaps. Do not make assumptions. Making assumptions about what other people think of you has the potential to completely tear you up inside. Taking stuff personally can lead you to create assumptions. And dream girls, hot girls, whatever you want to call it, we choose peace because peace is what is best. And the one thing I will say about not making assumptions is effective communication. Let's say you have an interaction with another person and they say something that you don't completely understand. Instead of jumping to conclusions about what that person said, you ask them, what did you mean when you said that? You get very clear about what was said. And communication will save you so much time and energy. Ask for what you want. Don't assume you won't get it. Don't come to your own conclusions, because if you just asked, the outcome could be completely different from what you were assuming would happen. And why do we have fear whenever we want to ask for stuff? The universe will always give you what you want if you ask for it. Ask nicely, say please and thank you. And trust me, the universe, she loves manners. So she will give it to you. She'll be like, yeah, you've been a good girl. You said your please, you said your thank yous. When you're an overthinker, you block your own blessings by making assumptions. And talking about the other agreement, when you take stuff personally, it can cause you to not ask for stuff that you've always wanted because of fear. And if you want to stop being an overthinker and jumping to conclusions and jumping to assumptions, what I would first say is when you have a thought that is an assumption, dissect where that is coming from. Because a lot of the times, it's not actually our opinion, it's our experiences talking there. Let's say I have a wound that I haven't resolved yet. Say I have an abandonment wound. Someone very important to me in my childhood abandoned me. And now I think that that's what everyone wants to do to me. And let's say my partner says something that makes me feel like I'm gonna be abandoned. I make the assumption that that person wants to leave me. And then I block blessings from my life, aka a lovely romantic partnership, because I assume that everyone will abandon me. Dissect where those assumptions are coming from, and a lot of the times they come from our childhood. If you're unable from completely jumping to the worst possible assumption in the list, whatever you want to call it, all the possible assumptions just on the screen, and you just are like, the most horrendous one and terrible one for my mental health, yeah, let's choose that one. If you're unable from not doing that, learn to make the best assumption that you can. One that isn't going to completely destroy your mental health. I didn't get that job because the interviewer hates my guts and thought that I'm the worst possible person for the job. No. I didn't get that job because there's another job waiting for me that is so much better for me. If you make the better assumptions, you will allow yourself to feel much better in life. And that's kind of the point. You want to feel good. Life is about feeling good. Don't be stressing yourself out. Jesus Christ. And from making the good assumptions, you can then go from not making any at all. Slow down. Deep breath. That's just it. That's just how it is. Cool. Next thing. And the very last agreement is always do your best. Because what do dream girls do? They always do their best. We want to live our lives with zero regret. So we work hard, and in every second of every day, we act like the best version of ourselves. Again, I was talking with my lovely friend, and she was telling me the other day, she was like, girl, you gotta be acting like the best version of yourself. If you see a cup in your room, instead of just leaving it there, go take it downstairs instantly. The second you have the thought that you need to do something, do it. Show up for yourself in every second of every day. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it now before it piles up. And I'm gonna be honest, I am that girl that does not fold her clothes. And don't do this to me. I'm trying to be better. I'm going to be better from now on. I have been better from now on. I've been folding my clothes. And it's such a basic thing, but I let it pile up and then I'm like, my wardrobe is a mess. So So fold your clothes, okay? If you have that clothes pile on your chair right now, clean that up and never let it pile up again. Never regret life because you did the best that you could in that moment. When I look back in the past and I have things that I regret, kind of wish were different, I did the best that I could in those moments. And now that I have the understanding of why I acted the way I did, I can use that to empower me to act better in the future, to act like the best version of myself every single second of every single day. And when you do your best, you can die satisfied, you can rest and be ready for your next life. There won't be attachments still left here because you've done all that you could. You've done your best. You can rest easy. People that have regrets, I truly do believe that their soul stays here a little bit longer than it should because it's just so hard to let go. You didn't live up to your expectations and you are blessed to be put in this body down here in this earth to be the person that you are today. You didn't even try your best. What a waste. Self-judgment for your past actions is just not acceptable. I don't accept it. I don't expect it of you. It just doesn't happen. We don't have regrets here. We did the things that we did. And what you know about the situation now, you didn't know then. You were doing the best that you could with the things that you knew. And how can you judge someone who had half the story, half the knowledge that you have today? And dream girls don't judge others who are halfway through their journey. We uplift and we help. So I don't know why the hell you would judge your past self. Past me was cringe. Yeah, it allowed me to grow into the person I am today. I just want to say that your best is your best. The situation may change. You might go from healthy to sick, but even when you're sick, you always do your best. Your best always stays your best. And that's it. Dream girls, live in accordance to the 4 agreements. I love you guys very, very much. And I'll see you in the next video.